back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. And as soon as 1 year's done, I'm starting drugs again. 100%. Fuck this sober shit. Who am I fooling? I fucking love drugs and I love booze. I don't know what drugs I'm going to do, but I'm just going to fucking buy them all. I'm just going to put them in a blender and then I'm just going to down it like a fucking banana chia seed protein fucking smoothie. That's where I'm at right now. When I first decided to quit alcohol, I gave myself the drug out. I said, I'm not quitting drugs because drugs aren't a problem for me. And then I had one toke of hash in India and all the demons started flooding back. And then I was like, no, I need to be sober now. I need to be sober. That's my destiny. Soberness is my new destiny. I'm going to do a full year sober, and then I'll reassess. And I'm like, fuck that idiot. And that was all well and good, but now I need to wait 40 fucking days, at least, before I buy about a kilo of magic mushrooms and eat the whole fucking lot. I want to go so deep into outer space that I possibly untether myself from reality forever. When you quit boozing, you start having a lot of dreams about drinking, and they terrify you because they feel so real. So in the dream, you're drinking and you're like, fuck, I'm letting myself down. How am I going to explain this to everyone? I broke a promise to not only myself, but to everyone. And you wake up and it takes you a minute to realize it was all a dream, and then you feel relieved that you haven't drunk, and you realize, I don't want to drink anymore. I'll feel like shit. The last 3 weeks I've been having drinking dreams maybe every second night. And in the dreams, I'm not even pretending. I'm like, fucking rack me up, baby. Woo! I'm dancing. Like, what's going on over here? Hey. You know, I don't drink anymore. What's going on over here? Hey. Oh, you clown head. Oh, you fucking clown. And now I'm waking up after drinking dreams just going, fuck, I wish that was real. Because it's kind of a little bit of a fucking tough situation. A lot of the reasons I gave up drinking have been taken away now. Like, there's no work. You can't leave the house. There's no comedy anymore. You don't need to strive for goals anymore. You don't need to improve yourself anymore. That's all finished. Bettering yourself is done. Once we're let out again, it's just going to be fatties everywhere. If you can keep yourself, I'm talking ladies and men, if you can keep yourself under 100 kg, you're going to be on the cover of every fucking magazine in the world. Hangovers would be finished because I'd just be able to sleep in. I could start drinking at 3 p.m. because why not? Drink from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and then pass out. And then wake up at 11 a.m. How long's that? That's 12 hours sleep. I'm not going to be hungover after 12 hours sleep. And who cares if I'm hungover? I don't have to go to work. I don't have to operate heavy machinery. I just have to, raise a fucking stupid family or something. You don't have to be sober for that. Look at all the alcoholic dads there has been throughout history. Are you saying none of them did a good job? I'm not going to drink, but fuck, I feel like one. I got weed in the drawer. I found that little baggie of Coke when I was cleaning out my cupboards. I could be into that. Now that I think about it, I think I want to complain about how much I want to drink more than I actually want to drink. You know what I mean? Like bitching about how I want to drink is my high. As fucking sad as that sounds. Work's done. Comedy's finished. Who the fuck will even come out to comedy anymore? No one's going to have jobs or money. Who's really going to come out? A couple whose friends have all chipped in to buy them a Groupon comedy ticket because they lost their house and their job and they're living in a fucking tent. They're going to come out and see me talk about how much I hate working and how the coronavirus was the best thing that ever happened to the world. They're just going to burst into tears. And then I'll get angry. I'm like, hey, it's a fucking comedy show, cunts. They're like, why did they do this to us? Can someone kick them out? If I'm going to be honest, I was only really doing comedy waiting for this to happen. I've been waiting for this apocalypse for fucking so long. And now it's here and it's just fucking boring. Like, it's going to heat up later. Once they peel back some of the restrictions, people are going to leave their house and realize, fuck, we've got no money or jobs. Let's go back under house arrest. Fuck this. And then the government will be like, nah, you're not allowed to stay in your house anymore. We've changed the rules. We're going to give you $200 a week and you now work for us full time. That's the way I see it playing out. Governments don't usually take this much power and control over a population and then just give it back freely. They don't just hand your rights back to you. Hey, we took them for a little bit. Thank you for your cooperation, and now here's your freedom back. What they'll do is they'll lift the restrictions, people will go out, start fucking again, Tinder will be on fire, people will be out there drinking, glassing each other again, stabbing, it will be great. Coke off toilet seats, coke off nipples, Jägermeister out of belly buttons. It will all fire back up. And then about 3 weeks into that, there'll be another fucking outbreak. It won't even be an outbreak. They'll just say it is. Everyone back in isolation. We need to do this for another 3 months. It's like, fuck. And everyone will go back in. Even me. I'll be like, phew. And so we'll be back in isolation. This will take us to like December. And then some cunt on the news will come on and just go, all right, restrictions are being lifted, but we now have a curfew, a 9 p.m. curfew. You're all allowed out until 9 p.m. We're going to put limits on the amount of people allowed in bars. Then there'll be another outbreak. They're like, all right, the curfew laws aren't working. You're now going to need permits to be outside of the house. You can go about your business as usual up until 5 p.m. After work, just straight back to your house. You've got to log in. If you need to leave after 5 p.m., you're going to need a permit. And that's when the people start ratting on each other. He was out of the house at 5:05 p.m. He's off to work camp. He's like, I wasn't. I went straight home from work. I only had 2 skewies. The ratting will start real early. I was out for a walk today and I saw 3 people walking together. I was like, I'm going to fucking call the cops on these cunts. I'm like, what are these old bitches doing out 3 at a time? I hope they get arrested and thrown in an incinerator. How dare they? And that's from me. I fucking hate authority. Imagine someone who loved it saw that. And when I was out for a walk today, it was just old cunts. It was at least 80% old cunts. And I would walk past them and they would give me a stare. Going like, what are you doing out? I'm like, oh, fuck. If you look at me like that again when I walk past you, next time you see me, I'm going to be coughing. We're all locked down because of you. Now get back in your fucking house. These old cunts, they're just fucking renegades. These podcasts are getting pretty loose. I'm literally just turning the microphone on now and just seeing what the fuck pops out. Seems to be a lot of hate. I seem to have a lot of anger. Even when I meditate, about the 20-minute mark, I'll start thinking of someone's face I want to punch. And then for like 5 minutes, I'll just fantasize, meditate on that. Like I'm sitting on the ground cross-legged in like the Om position, looking all peaceful and shit. But in my mind, I've got someone by the neck and just pounding him. I know who it is as well. It's someone in the comedy scene. Anyway, that's fucking it from me tonight. Add me on social media. Message me. Of course, message me. Fucking anyone message me. I'm Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Subscribe to the podcast. Tell your mates about it. And I'll see you the fuck later.